friends, welcome back. Today we're talking about lesson 12, place value through trillions and multi-step problems. First, let's start with place value. You may want to pause the video and write this handy chart down. You'll notice I have it in a sheet protector because I'm going to write on it and be able to erase it. And you'll find that it's handy to have something like that as you're working so you don't have to write it every time, or maybe do it in pen and you can write in pencil and erase the pencil if you need to. Okay, so let's talk about how this works. If I were to write this number here, that is just 318. 318. You don't want to say the word and because the word and means decimal and we have no decimals involved here. So I'm going to choose something other than green so that you can see it a little bit better. So let's say we have this. All right, so this one we have 3,000 because that's what the first comma means, 481. So these commas mean you basically say what's in the group and then you say that comma. So let's try something even harder. All right, so let's say we have this number right here. Here's how you would say this. You start by saying 17,281,497,328. Okay, within each of these three chunks, we have our hundreds, tens, and ones, right? We have our ones. So for example, in this 328, our 8 would be in our ones, our 2 would be in our tens, and our 3 would be in our hundreds. So let's talk about some of these examples from the book. So taking a look at this guy right here, which digit is in the 10 millions place? 10 millions place. Well, remember, this guy is thousands. This guy is millions. So our millions are this 4, 5, and 6, and we want the one that's in the tens position. Remember, the tens position is right in the middle. So in this case, our 5 is in the 10 millions position. What is the place value of the digit 4 in this guy right here? Well, remember, this guy is our thousands. This guy is our millions. So we know it's in our thousands chunk, and it's in the ones spot. So we say thousands. We use whatever's right next to that comma there. If we wanted to say what was the place value of the 6, that would be 10,000. The place value of the 7 would be 100,000. Okay, let's use words to write this number down. I think it's a lot easier once we have some commas in there. So 4305. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to say 1 million. Then we say 24 because that's all that's right there. 24,000 is the comma. 1,000. And then we say this last little bit. 305. Don't say and because and means decimal. Okay, use digits to write this guy. 1 trillion. I'm just wiping that off so that we have some room here. 1,250,000,000,000. So 1,250,000,000,000 right there. And then there's nothing else after that. So we use a bunch of zeros. So that is a big one we've got. So if we were to look at that, it would be 1, 250, comma. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that again is because this is our thousands, our millions, our billions, our trillions. So 1,250,000,000,000. Okay, excellent job. Now let's take it on to the second part of this lesson, and that is some different product and quotient. I want you to grab your notebook, make sure that you write these names down because these are vitally important. So if I highlight it in orange, you got to write it down. So sum, all that sum means is addition. It's it's the result of an addition problem. Difference means subtraction. Product means multiplication. And if you guessed that, quotient means division, you got that guy correct. All right, so what is the difference between the product of 6 and 4 and the sum of 6 and 4? So what is the difference between the product of 6 and 4? So that's kind of hard to parse out, right? We want to figure out what this means. So first we're going to do the product of 6 and 4 and the sum of 6 and 4. The product of 6 and 4 is 6 times 4, which gives us 24. The sum of 6 and 4 is 6 plus 4, which gives us 10. Now, the difference between those two, difference means subtract, so 24 minus 10 is going to give us 14. All right, folks, let's take a look at these practice problems. We've got this guy right here. So here are the practice problems. Go ahead and pause the video, write those down, give those a shot, and then come on back. Okay. All right, friends, welcome back. Here are the answers for those practice problems. Let's make sure that you got those correct. If you didn't, stick around and we'll talk about each one of these. Okay, the digit that is in the millions place, this is 123,456,789. So in the millions place would be our 3. What is the place value of the 1 here? Well, here, this comma right here is our thousands, this comma is our millions, this is our billions. So that 1 is in the 10 billions spot. 10 billion spot. I just realized orange is probably hard to see. I'm sorry about that. Use words to write this. 21,350,608. So 21,350,608. All right, use digits to write this. 4,520,000,000. So we do 4 and our comma is billion, 520 million, and then we have to have our thousands comma in there as well. Now for E, when we have, let me scooch this over, there we go. When the product of 6 and 4 is divided by the difference of 6 and 4, what is the quotient? Well, we have two parts here. We got to find the product first, which is multiply. 6 times 4 gives us 24. Then we also have to do the difference, which is 6 minus 4 equals 2. The quotient of those two things, 24 divided by 2, is 12. So you should have got 12. All right, folks, it was good to see you again, and we'll see you next time.